What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla. Today I have a review of the Action Toys Action GOKIN series Voltron Lion Force. That's right, my zillions. We have another big old Voltron masterpiece style figure here, and it comes from Action Toys. A brand that I've had some good luck with and some okay luck with, but I feel like this might be really, really good. It just has this feel to it, and I picked mine up on AliExpress, to be honest. Like, I was trying to get it at BBTS, and then it didn't quite happen. But anywho, I did get it. It came pretty perfectly, so I'm happy about that. And here it is. So without any further ado, let's get to the review. And just to show you the inside, a classic layout by Action Toys. They really did it up in that old kind of vintage super robot style. I love it. There is a piece of styrofoam in front of this, so it's nice and protected. But yeah, everything is housed in this cool piece of cardboard. I love it. Well, not everything. I mean, there's a separate tray with a stand and all kinds of other equipment and accessories that we will look at a little further. We get an awesome color book here to show us how to do everything for our Voltron. And it's going to be really interesting to see how this compares to like some of the other ones that we've picked up over the years, like the Soul of GOKIN and the Toynami and what was that other one called? I've had a few. The 3-0, of course. But yeah, this is looking really good. Now, I think, this is, I'm pretty sure this is smaller than those, which is what made it attractive for me personally. If you didn't see my unboxing, not that I unboxed this completely. Like, when I did get it, like, it was part of an overall haul. Like, that's what I was saying. Like, that's what attracted me to this more than anything, was the fact that it's a little bit smaller, and I think that's going to look really cool on the shelf. And I kind of really like that style. But, pictures are one thing. Let's get into the actual toy. And here are the black lines out of the package, and they're very, very nice little lines. Heavy, with a lot of die cast, but let me preface all of this by saying we might have an issue here similar to what we had with the 3-0 Voltron, where it might not be too easy to insert the arms on this guy. And I don't know what is the deal with these companies and that lately, but we'll get to that in a little bit, and hopefully maybe we won't have it. Let's look at the lines individually. First, the black line is very nice. Like I said, they're very heavy. A lot of die cast in these guys, in the legs and, different parts here. I'm not going to go, like, too crazy getting into every last part. Just know there's a lot of die cast in these guys. And a lot of it is in the legs. And they're nice chrome legs. And I am doing this without gloves because I just don't care about that. But it looks really good. Beautiful chrome looking legs. Very nicely done. You got the gold here, silver and gold, folded up wings in the back. The tail here is very nice. It does fold into here, really cool. Oh, and that was a thing too. This little part comes out here. But yeah, I mean, the way they did this is very interestingly engineered. So you fold it there, make sure it doesn't come out. And then it just goes in. How cool is that? Right? That's pretty neat. I like that a lot. I mean, this last little peg here is a little bit annoying, but otherwise, that's not bad. That's not bad. You know, it kind of ends up like kind of sitting a little weird, the tail, but, you know, and it doesn't turn anywhere. But still, it's pretty cool. The bottom, we will look at more in Voltron mode. But, you know, the head sculpt is very nice. I do notice that his neck feels a little bit loose once you get to a certain point. See that? Yeah, that I don't like. So we'll see. I mean, it's extended right now, but oh, it's I see what's going on. See that? That is out of its mooring. Huh. I guess that wasn't supposed to be like that. But yeah, that comes out. I don't know why. That's a couple of like weird issues there already, tabbing wise. So maybe it's better like this. Maybe that's how it's supposed to go. That looks better, actually. It makes the whole thing look better. So I guess that's, you know, the limit of that. But yeah, that pops out a little bit. I was wondering why it was so loose. But that's what the head sculpt looks like. Overall, I think it's pretty good. Very nice. A lot of silvers and golds. The reds. Really nice sculpt. So that's pretty good. As you saw, the mouth opens and the head moved like that. It does turn here, which is good. And then it's not loose anymore, but then it was loose because of that, obviously. The shoulders move there. You got swivel. And it kind of goes in and out, I guess, due to transformation, which is kind of interesting. Then you have a hinge here, hinge at the foot. You know, lots of turning and stuff. So it's decently articulated. The waist, obviously, is going to move here. The tail you saw. The back hind legs here. Move like so. You know, very tight there, but it moves. That moves. And this part here moves as well. So it's double jointed. And the foot moves. So pretty good articulation for the black lion. And it does look pretty good overall. Here is the yellow lion. And this looks really nice too. Beautiful paint. Very, very nice paint on all of these guys. Head sculpt is perfect. I love it. Really, really nice. I don't know why the mouth's not opening on this one. Does the mouth not open on this one? Is it? Totally sealed? Huh. I think it is, guys. I could be wrong. No, there's a hinge here. Why is it so tight? Oh my god. That's crazy. There was like no room there to like stick your nail in. Anyway, that's the mouth. You see the little missile thing in there. The eyes look great. Moving on, right? The eyes look great in blue. Nice metallic blue. I like how it looks on the side here. Really, really well done. That's not completely black. There's a little bit of red in there. Pretty cool. The legs, again, look really nice in the chrome. The body looks really good. The top here looks awesome. Here's the tail of this one. And that you would turn in there. And then it'll flip out. So let's keep it out, though. It's very, very nicely done. It's a really nice yellow line. You see the red on the bottom. Love here. All of that looks great. The head moves like so. And like so. The mouth opens and closes. Oh my god. Yeah, there you go. The legs move like so. It actually has some wiggle in there, which is great. That moves and that moves. And then the back legs move as well. So pretty good. Blue lion is in a beautiful metallic blue. Love it. The tail moves just like this on this one. And then the legs move. Let's get this out of the way, right? It's basically all the same articulation you just saw on the yellow lion. So that is pretty cool. Yeah, articulation's good. Love the yellow here. Love the face. Gold eyes. Silver mouth. Silver and gold. That's what the inside of the mouth looks like. A little green up there. The ears look great. Silver and red. The eyes are in metallic gold. We saw that. Good die cast in this, by the way. This whole body here is die cast. Same thing here with the yellow lion, which is, oh, he's down. Which is cool. The top part here looks good. I like that you see that red in there. That's really nice. All of this looks absolutely superb. I mean, that is a fantastic blue lion. The little green lion is very nice as well. Again, you know, the silver legs look great. Tail is smaller here. Much smaller. But it looks decent enough. Upper part here looks good. Little collars there. Head sculpt here is very nice too. You see the little guns in there, which are pretty cool. I don't know if they come up. Do they come up? They might come up. If you get your hand in there. I don't know. Oh yeah, they do. Very nice. Guns ablazing in the mouth. Head sculpt is awesome. Gold eyes, silver maw, silver ears. Gold on the side, a lot of silver and gold. Yeah, this is awesome. Let's see how much the articulation varies here. A lot of wiggle waggle there. Legs move nicely. The tail, a little bit of movement. With these, of course, because they're elbows, you're gonna have some movement there and here, which is nice. Front legs move like so. Oh, and they pop out apparently. Well, yeah, that's probably why, because we do get like covers for these, so that's a thing. So we'll see. That's supposed to happen. Yeah, but the legs move pretty good here. Neck moves up and down, and the mouth closes. So very nice. Lastly, we have the red lion, and the articulation's all the same here. That's pretty cool. The mouth looks like that. We know that moves. Head sculpt is very, very nice. Like it a lot. A lot of silver and golds. Some reds. Blue, metallic blue up here looks really good with the yellow, the tail. All of it looks very, very nice. So let's leave it here because, of course, you know, if you know Voltron, you know there are additional gimmicks. There you go. Just got to get your nail in there. So you got that thing that pops up, which is cool. And we get additional weapons, which is pretty awesome. So we do have little holes for them. This one would go on this side. Fits nicely. This one will go on this side. They look good. Nice, like, kind of metallic silver blue. And then we get this weapon here, which is very, very cool. Beautiful chroma again. Red paint and gold paint. You see the little thing there. If you open up the mouth, you have the thing on the bottom, you little hole there. And you stick that in there. Like so. Or the other way. I think the other way, actually. But you get, it's about the same, actually. So let's just do it this way. Very cool. I do think that's awesome. And again, you got that gimmick. Here's the green line equipped with his. And then we open this here, if we can. What is the best way? I see the little thing there, but man, they make it it's hard for everyone. They're tiny, that's why. There you go. Love these, they look good. There's the arm popping again. Is it a problem? I mean, at the end of the day, it won't be, you know, because in Voltron mode, we're going to have the covers on this. At least I will. So, yeah. I think this looks great. Here now is the yellow line with his blade. If we didn't see this blade better, it looks pretty nice. It's a really nice blade. Here is this one, though. Looking fantastic. Double guns here. Although this one comes out a little bit too easy for my liking. Let's see. This one has blades there, and we have the cannon that, you know, can rotate upwards. So pretty cool, but yeah, a little bit of loose connection on these. Here's the blue line all equipped. Beautiful blades. They're all really, really nice. The weapons look good. This one, like, stays pretty good. This one has a very interesting little weapon here. that you have to slide out because of the way they did it. It's like it kind of slides forward and then you put it up. So kind of interesting there, I guess. Lastly, the black line just kind of holds its blade because it doesn't have the same thing because it's got a Voltron face in there. But it's a really, really nice little double blade. It's a small one compared to the other ones. Now, these do not go in here very, very well. I know you have to put them in a certain way. However, I do want to point out, there goes a Optimus Prime off my thing, that the shape here was changed. See that? That's a totally different connection than what they went with. And I don't know how much they changed the interior here. So I'm having a hard time getting this in. And I'll let you know, having a hard time getting the other things in. I'm not going to go too crazy with these because I really want to get the arms in. But anywho, that's not a good start, though, for this. But with that all said, there's only one thing left to do, and that's form Voltron. Gang, had to do it all off camera. It's too bananas. Just because of like, you do need heat. I'm gonna let you guys know if you're gonna do this, heat these up, and then you'll be able to slide these in better. And you still have to use some force and also some heat for the back of the legs to get them in properly. Now, you know. We formed Voltron, but we have to form, we did arms and body, feet and legs. Now, let's do the head. Let's get Voltron's face here. And there we have it. Voltron. Very cool at its base. You know, this is, you know, toy Voltron with all the arms. Now, we do want to pretty him up and, for me, make him more cartoon accurate. And we will achieve that with a set of panels, obviously. All done up in the way I want it. Like, I'm definitely doing this like this. You know, with all the covers, more animation, like, you know, these are cool and all, but it's never been how I like my Voltron. You know, I always appreciate this when companies do this. This is so cool to me. And I love the size, and I knew I would, and this is why I wanted this. I love the size. Now, that's not to say there's not, things wrong with this, because I feel like there are. Yes, some of it is, on the user, but, I think there's also things here that could be better. For one thing, I do have a bit of a loose elbow joint here, but I did notice that the joint on the inside here is held. These are pins. So when I was like trying to finagle everything, this side of the pin popped out, and I was able to notice it. So depending on if it comes out again, I'm probably gonna put something in there to fill it a little bit, to make it a little bit tighter. So there's that. Then the things on the back, this thing here, the directions do say like it'll lock it into place. There's no locking here. There's nothing to lock, really. It just kind of stays barely underneath it, and it just comes misaligned pretty quickly. That said, I do like how this all turns out on the back. That looks really, really cool to me. So, that's pretty good. We do have the little copyright stuff back here. Just noticed that. Didn't notice that before. Another thing, as I was doing this, I didn't realize this guy had heel spurs. So, when I first combined it, I didn't see that in the directions. I kind of missed that. But as I was doing this, I was like, hey, what's this? So this does have heel spurs, which obviously is going to help. And as you saw, like before, with the posing, it does help. And, the articulation is pretty good on this. So, you do have a little bit of a ankle rocker, sort of, which is good. Gotta finagle it a little bit. And it's not just the head that moves, the whole ankle moves. So that's pretty cool. And you can turn it in there as well. You do have a double jointed knee, which is good. Then this rotates here. The leg kicks up, goes back, goes outwards. Obviously you're going to be able to do a full split here. Well, in theory at least. Something's a little jammed on that side. But, this is all working fine, which is good. Then the waist turns like this. It has a ab crunch. The top part here is really, really nice. Moves really, really well, side to side, back and forth. So double going on there. So that's really, really good. Now, this, as you can see, opens up here, which is awesome. But you can achieve a butterfly joint if you totally open up this. I was hoping that this part here kind of, went outwards, but it doesn't seem to. It just seems to go up and down on this thing here. So, but you can, open that up, and then you can achieve what you want. You have, again, that way, and moves this and that. Swivel here. The elbow joint. You're not getting a lot of elbow joint here. You can pull it out a little bit. So that's good, but not a ton. I don't think the green line does that. Pulls out. So, see? I'll show you now if I can find it. Here it is. It's just a little pin. So a lot of movement, and then that comes out. Look how much looser that gets. So I am going to put it in now again without doing anything, because it's not for right now. It's for me to, fiddle with later. So yeah. Anywho, the articulation is really good in the arms here, except the elbow could be a little bit better. And then this moves around. Again, you could pull this out a little bit and stuff. So pretty good. And the head moves like so. And you can look up, and you can look down if you raise it up on that hinge there. So It's pretty good, the articulation, and obviously the wings do move a little bit, but this thing just moves around too much. It also pops out really easy. It's just on a very little loose connection there. I mean, it's not loose, but it's just like a very whatevs connection. Friction connection, plastic. That's, you know, with all the die cast in this, I feel like some of, like, the joint plastic, and like that one, and you know, you can even see it in the joints here. I feel like the plastic in the joints could be a little bit better, to be honest. It could be, you know, like I feel like it's not like super high quality. Like even in here, I'm not loving it. So I don't know. But I mean, it's not terrible, but I just feel like for the price, maybe, oh, that popped out again. Maybe that could be a little bit, maybe I'll fix it now. Maybe that could have been a little bit better, because I feel like, I don't know if I like the looks of this plastic. I'm not sure how sturdy it is. But enough of all that. Let's start singing the praises, because this thing looks amazing, honestly. Like, it looks so good. And I absolutely love it, despite anything I've said up to this point. And it's pretty far into this. But I do love this, and it turned out exactly how I wanted it to. I love the proportions. This looks fantastic. It can pose, as you saw, we have good articulation on this thing. It looks good. I mentioned this to start, and yes, this is a bit of an annoying thing. And maybe it just needs to, you know, it's something to like make it a little tighter, that it stays here a little bit better. But I do like that, like I said. And the wings look good from the front as well. So that is good. The arms and legs with all of those covers look great. Individually, the leg looks great. We know what the lions look like, and as legs, they look good. Heel spurs look cool too. The upper legs look good. There's silver and gold. I mean, the sum of the parts, all right? We know it all already. What we didn't look at is this midsection here. The belt looks great. We got the star belt there. Looks really good. Silver and gold. The red looks good. I hear more pop in my voice now than before. Mostly because I'm not as tired as I was when I recorded the other parts. But also because we're getting to the good stuff. The chest looks good. As long as you could keep all of this aligned, it looks good. You know, as long as the back parts don't open up. I love how the red looks across, and the crest looks absolutely amazing. Like, that gold and silver looks awesome. And I didn't sing it because how many times am I going to do it? The gold especially, the crown, the cross look great. The individual colors look great. I mean, have you ever wondered, though, why we don't get yellow here? Right? I don't know. It's always been weird to me. But beautiful. Just beautiful across. And maybe there's an answer for that I don't know. You guys can let me know. So all of the chest, to me, is just gorgeous. Arms look really good as arms. The red lion, the green lion, both look awesome. And then, of course, we get Voltron's head sculpt. And that is pretty perfect. I mean, that is a great Voltron face. You know, Action Toys really nailed this one. I think it looks superb. The eyes are great. The mouth is good. He looks nice and stoic. I like this nice face. Sometimes, you know, they get this face, you know, companies get this face a little weird. Like, you know, you heard me talk about, even though I don't have it, the Blitzway in a video and why I'm not getting it, you know, a while back if you've been following this channel for a while. But I think, man, Action Toys really did it well. I love the ears, the horns, whatever you want to call them. That gold is just so beautiful. You know, all of the black line stuff looks great, but the blue here looks fantastic. Head sculpt is just impeccable. I think it's just really, really well done. And, you know, overall, I think this, looks-wise, turned out to be everything that I wanted out of a Voltron. And again, I really, really love the size of this. It is so, so cool. It's... Where are we? It's just so awesome. Like, look at it. You know what I'm saying? That is a fantastic Voltron. And the more I play around with this, you know, I did put a little filler in here. It's a little tighter. Not filler, but I just did some little nail polish. Not nail polish, I'm sorry. Floor polish. But clear nail polish would work too. But I can't find where I have that little bottle of mine. But a little floor polish in there. I think I'm going to add even more next time it comes out. I just did a drip just to see how it would take. It's working a little bit. It's a little bit tighter. You know, not super tight, but, you know, better. Yeah. Despite, you know, any little issue I might have, looks-wise and articulation-wise, this is awesome. And for, you know, a smaller figure, this thing weighs nicely. There's, like I said, there's a lot of nice die-cast content. Again, you know, not again, because I don't think I mentioned this, but this whole part is die-cast. You know, there's parts of the legs that are die-cast. There's parts on every part of this that's die-cast. And that is fantastic. And of course, we get weapons for Voltron in his combined mode. And we get first these solar spears, I believe they're called. But, you know, they're solar swords in this mode. They're called solar spears because you can combine them into one. So that's pretty cool too. That is a spear. Individually, I think they would be swords, but I love the sculpt and I love the metallic blue. Chrome again. And you just put them in Voltron's hands. Let's open up some mouths here. Get this in there. Fits nicely. Let's try this one here. Beautiful. And now he's got two swords. Two skinnier swords. Very, very, very nice. And again, if you want to combine them, you certainly can. For one. Very cool. But for those of us that have been following Voltron for a long time, know there's two main weapons or accessories that you need to have. And that, first up, is the shield, which, you know, if you're an 80s kid, you know, most sets call this a shield. But we do know it is called also a spinning laser blade. But look, you hold it as a shield, so they've never given that up. But it looks beautiful. Silver and gold. There, it's back again. And blue and red. Really, really nice. So I like how they did all of this, you know. I mean, like a lot of times they don't include the little clips here to, not clips, the little notches there to go in the holes and make it easier for us to do. So there he is with the spinning laser blade shield. Oh, I actually didn't attach it. There we go. Oh, there we go. So there's a one component. And of course, the other one is the blazing sword with a beautiful hilt and the silver and the gold. And look at that, man. So awesome. The metallic blue, the red. That looks fantastic. Here's the backside. Beautiful sculpt. And then the blade itself, again, shiny chrome. Awesome. Kudos to them. Everything is in these nice, beautiful baggies. So they really treated this impeccably. Like, really, Action Toys did it up here. So here we go. Blazing sword in action. Sword and shield. And as you can see, why it would be called a shield. And why, you know, Mattel back in the day, or Matchbox, whatever it was, you know, said it was a shield. But anyway, really, really nice. I love it. I love it. I mean, look how big it is. It's so big. You know, Voltron needs a giant sword, and this is a beautiful giant sword. It's not... Yeah, there we go. This is a beautiful giant sword. Man, I love it. We also get a extra faceplate. This one has a, you know, open mouth. It looks really, really nice, too. So it works with a magnet. Oddly, though, I cannot get it out, and the directions really don't give you much directions. It just says the face can be exchanged. Thanks. I don't want to scratch this, so yeah, I don't really need the face per se. Like, I can get my finger in there, but like, I can't get it to come out. And again, I just don't want to hurt anything. It fits a magnet. Man, that is strong. Like, if anybody has a little tip for me in the comments. Oh, wait. No, it's like, oh man, it is very stuck in there. I just don't want to scratch it, guys. You know what I'm saying? So, look. There it is. That's what he looks like. Arrgh. Imagine it. Just imagine it a little bit. Look, it's so strong, it's holding it through the face. That's insane. We have one more item to speak of, and that is the stand. I am not going to be using it, so I'm not going to put it together because I don't want this to be a thing where I can't get it out, because I see how it is, and you have to jam it in there to get it out. But that side would go in there, and then you have the arm here, which actually is pretty good, and it locks very nicely. So it's pretty cool. It's a cool stand, but I'm just not gonna use it, and you put this underneath there. So not bad, guys. Yeah, but you know, for me, I'm good. And for our size comparisons, here is the Action Toys Voltron with the 3.0 and the GOAT, the Soul of Chogokin. And yeah, as you can see, it's a lot smaller than those two. And I do like that it's fully covered here, unlike the 3.0, which only half covered all of that stuff. That works a lot better for me. But I love the proportions here. Maybe the best proportions of these three. Yeah, I might have to say that, actually. And here it is with a couple of other Action Toys Voltron figures with the mini action vehicle Voltron, which could have been better. And I think that's also same series, GOKIN series, Albigus, but that is one that does not combine, so maybe it was a different series. It is a little bit older, but I mean, I think they scale pretty decently together. You know, like, would it be cool if that was a little bit bigger? Yeah, but I really like them together. They look good, and this one is, you know, nice and heavy as well, which is excellent. And here it is with a couple of other toy lines you might know, with Transformers Commander Class Optimus Prime and the Super 7 Godzilla -1. So you can see he's still got good size. I mean, this is a big figure. And here it is with the coolest comparison of all. Here it is with the Soul of Chogokin Kiryu. These two size perfectly together. I love this. And my final thoughts, man. Once this is in Voltron Combine mode and you get all the panels and you play around with it a little bit, and always play around with your toys a little bit if you're going to do a review. Little advice for you, don't just jump into it. This thing is really awesome. I love it. I mean, the finish is impeccable. There's like no bad spots. Yeah, there's some weird engineering and some spots where, you know, it could be better. Like I keep mentioning, this back thing is just silly, but it's on the back. But overall, wow, it is awesome. I do like the engineering, the different engineering that we see here, employed here, compared to a lot of Voltrons, and the size. The size is so good. I just really, really love it. It just feels awesome in hand. It's heavy. Like, it is very, it's probably got like more, it's definitely got more diecast than the 3.0, which didn't even have diecast. I can't remember now. That's how little it had. This is, you know, very, very heavy for its size, and I love it. The articulation's really nice. Yeah, I mean, you know, the accessories are all really good. Again, some quirks, like, you know, getting the, you know, arms in was a little tough, like, but, you know, you heat it up and it works good. Yeah, this arm a little bit, you know, a little bit loose, but, you know, I think I'm getting, I'm working that out, so should be okay. It's just awesome though. Like, I love it. I really do. The look is so good. I mean, the chrome is awesome. All the gold bits are just so gorgeous. So as a big Voltron fan, this one, you know, at the end of the day here, at the end of a couple of days of working on this review, or actually 3 days, because the first couple parts were filmed, like, last week. Like, this is just awesome. Love it. Really, really love it. Yeah, you know, like, it's probably not best of the year, but it's gonna be probably top 10. You know, just because with the little quirks it has, it's probably not best of the year, but overall, it's gonna rank. It is really, really nice. And there you have it, guys. That is my review. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for daily content, and let me help you diversify your collection. Of course, with some Voltron. Until next time, peace out, peeps.